look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this show ain't the channel for you. Messed it up, didn't I? But let me tell you something. This episode, I think, is going to be very educational and informative, because I've always said in my many videos that when you get older, your circle of friends begin to shrink. And I found a lady that really breaks this down, and I'm going to give you my analytical commentary with this. So let me go ahead and get into it. I think this is very interesting. I think we can learn something here. Can you dig it? All right, now, as I've always said, let's get it.
Why is it so hard to make friends as we get older?
There is a massive shift that happens in adult friendship when you hit 20 that nobody sees coming. The rules of friendship completely change when your 20s hit. And I'm going to explain the rules when you're little, and then we're going to talk about the rules of adult friendship. So when you're little, your entire life is organized around friendship and making it possible, because you're with people your age all the time, in class, in sports.
So true.
You move in groups because you're on teams and you're in neighborhoods and you're always together. You also celebrate the same milestones. You're hitting the same birthdays. You're all talking about the next level of school or this thing this summer. You're watching the same movies because you're all the same age. And so there's so much synergy and relevance, and the conditions to spend a ton of time together are there. Then you get to university and you spend even more time together. And what happens when you hit your 20s, right, is that it moves from this big group sport where you just kind of expect to be around your friends all the time. You expect the group to get invited because that's what's always happened. You expect to see them all the time because you do always see them all the time. But then your 20s hit, the rules change, and what I call the great scattering happens. Everybody moves in different directions. And friendship goes from group sport to individual sport. You can no longer expect friendship. You are no longer part of a group that is expected to be invited everywhere because everybody scatters. And suddenly, everybody's on different timelines. You're in different cities. You're moving in different directions. So there's no way to locate yourself inside your friend group. And
Bingo. You see, when you get older, and if you're a man or a woman and you're trying to do something with your life, the people that you grew up with are not going to come with you. If you keep the same circle of friends that you had in high school, junior high, or in the hood, most likely you ain't going nowhere in life. This is why when you move out of your small town or city and you go back home to visit, you'll see some of the same people doing some of the same things, standing on the same corner, standing on the same block, doing what you used to do as a teenager, because they have not broadened their horizons. Separation is elevation. Separation leads to success. As you get older, your priorities change. The things that you enjoyed when you was younger begin to change because maturity kicks in and you realize some of the things you was doing at a certain age is not right to do at the age that you are now, okay? Not saying that you won't have people in your life that comes from your past, but they will change from being your ace boon coon closest friends to really just being an associate of yours. You get what I'm saying? So the person who, if you look around, the person who normally has the same friends that they did from junior high and high school is the person who most likely ain't doing much with their lives. Okay? Another thing, when you begin to grow in life, you can't keep the same circle of friends most times because those certain people will become jealous of your achievements. You may blossom more than them. So as you get older, your mindset changed, and now you are seeking for people who are like-minded, people who stay in the same mindset that they had, meaning they got the same attitude, they got the same habit, they got the same things that get them in trouble. In and out of jail, you grew up with them. Always in and out of bad relationships, you grew up with them. Always can never seem to get that credit right. You grew up with them. Always can't seem to keep a steady job. You grew up with them. Never seem to have any real dreams or ambitions. You grew up with them. Those people stay stuck in the realities that they have crafted for themselves. But if you are a person who wants more out of life, your circle of friends will shrink. Like she said, when you grew up, you was in a group. You went to school together. You did all kinds of things together. That was expected. You really didn't have much of a choice. You had to be in the proximity of these people. You understand? But when you become a full-grown man or woman, you'll find yourself drifting away from these people. It doesn't mean that they're bad. Doesn't mean that you stuck up. It just means that you are on a different path, a different timeline, and a different destination. Never be afraid to cut people off. Never be afraid to abandon people. Never be afraid to do what is best for you. And don't let them guilt trip you into, oh, you done changed. We used to do this, we used to do that. You changed, you think you're better than us. In many cases, you are better than them because you made better decisions than they did. If they keep going to jail, keep doing stupid shit, and you're doing stuff that's productive and you're earning a good income, then you are better than them in that regard. Not better than a human being. I'm not saying you better as a human than another human. What I'm saying is, in a lot of situations, you are better than them. I know people hate to say that shit, but I'm not scared to say it. There's a lot of people I'm better than right now, but I don't think that I'm more higher than them. I don't think I'm high-minded. I don't think I'm better than them when it comes soul to soul, but I believe I can put myself or have put myself in better positions due to the better decisions that I've made in my life. It's okay to pat yourself on the back sometimes. Don't overly praise yourself. Let other people praise you and say you're doing good. Don't go tell them that because they get mad and jealous. You cannot share big-minded dreams with small-minded people. That's why when you go home and be around people you grew up with, you can't tell them what you're involved with because they can't see your vision. They'll try to pull it down. They'll try to talk bad about it. They'll try to discourage you. Sometimes you get more encouragement from a stranger than you do someone you grew up with. Let's keep going.
And the only thing that's keeping you together from your friends from you were little is a text chain that starts to go quieter and quieter and quieter as people start to focus on the people in front of them. Mm-hmm. And that brings me to two major shifts that I want you to embrace using the let them theory. Number one, you can no longer expect friendship. You have to take a way more flexible approach and a more proactive approach. You got to let people come and go. Mm-hmm. Super important. And then you got to let me take the actions to create the friendships. I got to go first. I got to be the one planning. I got to seek out new people. But there are three pillars of adult friendship based on research that are also going to help you understand that when people come and go in your life, 99% of the time, it's not personal. And you actually haven't lost them as a friend. Mm. One of the three pillars is missing. So the three things that need to be required to have a friendship happen are the same three things that were around all the time when you were a kid. Number one, proximity. Proximity matters tremendously. Proximity means who are you actually physically next to? In fact, they've done research, Jay. If you and I were in a dorm and we lived across the hall, I don't remember the percentages exactly, but it's like 90% chance we're going to be friends.
Interesting.
The poor person at the end of the hallway, 10% chance that we're going to be friends with them because of proximity. Even a matter of 50 feet makes a difference. And so when you were little, you were in proximity to people your age all the time.
All day. Exactly.
The research also shows that to have, as an adult, a kind of casual friend, you need to spend approximately 70 hours with somebody. Mm-hmm. To have a close friend, 200 hours. Mm-hmm. So when you're an adult, that creates a big problem because who are you spending all your time with once you're 20? The American Times study shows that it's with people you work with. So why aren't we best friends with people at work? Because you have proximity and you're spending a lot of time together. But here's the thing, timing. Mm. When you were little, you were in the same timing of life with everybody.
Yeah.
When you hit your 20s and it's now individual, everybody's on different timelines. Some of your...
Exactly. Different timelines mean different directions. People are going into different directions with their lives. Some people want to go the straight and narrow. Some people want to stay in the hood. Some people want to better themselves. Some people want to be content and live off of EBT and welfare. Different directions in life. So gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, it's okay to change. It's okay to go your own direction, to follow your dreams in your heart. It's okay to do it. And you don't need the approval of people you was raised with or went to school with to do it. Follow your ambitions. Follow your dreams. Follow your destiny. Grab hold of every opportunity to better yourself and to make your dreams real. Because different timelines, different destinations, people are in different points of their lives. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean that you're better than them in that regard. But you are the most important person in your life. If you are a man and you have a family, if you fall, the family suffers. If you are a mother and you have a family, if you fall, the family suffers. So you have to look out for yourself at all times. Not saying being selfish, but to an extent be selfish with yourself and make sure you put yourself in the best positions. Hanging around the same people when you were 20, when you're 50, says a lot about you. Hanging around the same people when you're in your 30s that you did when you was a teenager says a lot about you. Somewhere there's no growth. And a lot of times those people hold you back because you allow them to pull you back. You allow them to hold you down because you care so much about their opinions about you, about what they say about you. I'm here to tell you today, fuck them. Do what's best for you.
Friends are getting married. Some are going to graduate school. Some are now pursuing jobs. Other people are moving out of the city, into the city. Everybody's timing is now different. And this also explains why you're almost never best friends with people at work, because the timing is off. You're sitting next to people that are in very different times of their life. You may like them a lot and you may be friends, but you never spend time outside of work because they're at home with their family and you're going out with your buddies your age on the weekends. And then that brings me to the third thing that needs to be present for a friendship to truly click, and that's energy. And the thing about energy is it changes. And you can have fantastic energy with somebody, and then if you decide you're not drinking anymore, the energy's off.
Yeah.
If you decide to get really focused on fitness, the energy's off.
If you decide to stop doing stupid stuff and your friends still do it, the energy's off. If you're a woman and you decide to be a submissive, feminine woman so you can get a good man, and your friends are still on, I don't need no man, I'm better off single, the energy's off. If you decide to get a good, productive man, woman, and your friends are still dating Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook, the energy's off. If you decide to have a child through marriage and your friends are out there having bastard children with different men, random men, multiple baby daddies, the energy's off. This is why it's okay to separate yourselves from people. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to abandon certain people in order to get the lifestyle that you desire. Because you are the only person that has to live your life, not people with their opinions. And as you get older, you'll understand that if you're a young person, that your circle of friends, no matter how small it is, tend to shrink. The number of true friends you may have in your lifetime is going to be less than the fingers you have on your right hand. Do you understand me? And even though I say this is for black folks, and it is, but the knowledge and the information that you're receiving today apply to any man of any color, any culture, any man or woman of any color, of any culture. This is universal wisdom that you're getting today. Let's keep going.
If you have very different political beliefs, the energy's off. It's not personal. It's one of these three pillars. And it has helped me so profoundly, Jay, to realize that people come and go, and it's a beautiful thing, and you should let them.
It is. It's a beautiful thing. I celebrate when a person go out my life that don't mean me no good. I celebrate when there's a person that's a parasite in my life when they leave or I kick them out. It's great. Now, I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. You dig? Can you dig it? I can dig it. I'm gonna say it like this. Oops. Wrong one, y'all. Give me a second. This one right here. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
All the mustard back helpers say you can dig it.
I can dig it.
All the good women say you can dig it.
I can dig it.
I just have a little fun sometimes. Anyway, there'll be a live stream Saturday, 5:30 Central Standard Time. I want all the men to call in with their worst horrible experiences with modern women at 5:30 Central Standard Time. If no one shows up in 15 minutes, I will shut down the show and we'll just keep on going. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
All right. I'm going to holler at you later on, man. Y'all take it easy now. You hear?
Ooh, 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 ooh.